We live.
$500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z? Man, give me.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel.
Yes,
How's
yes,
everybody doing?
we here for it.
That's good. So tonight's subject is the great debate. I think you guys, or if you're not aware, recently Gayle King had interviewed Jay-Z, and the question that was posed was whether or not a person would choose to get $500,000 in cash or to have a meeting with him. And I was able to get a bunch of different perspectives. Honestly, 100% of them are male. So I wanted to bring it to our platform so that we could not only get a male perspective, but also a female perspective. So I just want to go ahead and get started and show some of these perspectives. We're going to start off with Charles White, and y'all know he's crazy, but we'll start right there.
Yes.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, great.
$500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z? Man, give me $500,000, Jay-Z. Who want to take a sit down with Jay-Z over $500,000? You'd be surprised. It's some people say they want to sit on his lap then. Yeah, they want to jump on his lap and talk to him like he's Santa Claus.
Let's get into it because the internet is full of crazy debates, and one that's getting a ton of attention online right now. Ask if you would rather go to dinner with Jay-Z or have $50,000. Now, let me tell you how people are responding. You got two different sides to this. So lots of people, like Corey said, dinner with Jay-Z. He said that 10 minutes of his time to pick his brain about business is worth a whole lot more than $50,000 to me.
So in this particular interview, they had changed the dollar amount from 50K to 500K,
Yeah.
but pretty much the same thing. It's still a lot of money, to decide whether or not you'll take that cash or take that meeting. And I just wanted to point that out real quick.
Then we got people on the other side. Someone who goes by the Twitter name Horchata Escobar. He's speaking for me and the rest of us who say no celebrity, dead or alive, that I would want to have lunch with over taking $50,000. Kenneth, Cortez, Jay-Z, or $50,000?
$50,000 for me.
Okay, why?
Because I can take that money. I have enough business, acumen of my own, where I can read books and do things, and I can take that $50,000 and flip it.
Yeah.
And,
you could read a book.
I can read a book.
I
I can
know.
do my own research.
Kenneth?
That's the right attitude to have. I feel the same way.
Hey, can you drop the link in the chat?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Can you drop the StreamYard link in the chat?
Here, I'll do it. Go ahead, I'll do it. Go ahead, I'll do it.
Okay, thank you.
And then that $50,000 will help me get the meeting with Jay-Z. You know what I mean? I think if I take the meeting with Jay-Z, the whole 10 minutes that we have talking, he'll stay there trying to figure out why I took the conversation over the $50,000.
I think Jay-Z would be like, so we don't need to have a conversation because you're just all the way messed up in life. But I do think that the debate speaks to our society right now, where we value celebrity so much. It has so much worth over even $50,000, which you could actually do something with.
Right.
It's quite bizarre to me that anyone would even think that Jay-Z has that much wisdom. And not a knock to Jay-Z, just that any person could tell you something that you couldn't read in a book.
Yeah, definitely.
People don't read nowadays.
They don't read. And also, too, with Instagram and social media, they want the picture with Jay-Z
They
to get the
want
likes.
the picture with Jay-Z.
I mean, y'all ever heard of Photoshop?
Wait, Kenneth. Do we need to check your Instagram to see if you have a picture with Beyonce somewhere?
That 50,000 will have your Photoshop skills amazing.
Right.
There you go.
I was kind of hoping that one of you.
I'm going to stop right there and run to my stage. I think I got somebody trying to come to the stage. But I just want to say, first, my first perspective is I think that question would a lot of times be best answered based upon the financial status of a person.
Right. And look, the way my pockets is, look, I need that 50 or that 500,000. I needs my money. Yeah, no. And I do not read and comprehend. I need that money though. Yeah, I'm passing on the
Yeah,
dinner.
I definitely, I definitely don't need to pick his brain.
Right. And look, and I could take myself to a real nice dinner with
Okay,
somebody I know.
here's another group of men that were discussing the same debate.
Jay-Z, and I wanted to ask because there's this thing going around where if you had the option
the 500K.
to get 500K,
That 500 coming.
or sit down and have a dinner with Jay-Z, which one would you pick?
I'm going 500.
You're going to take the 500.
Hell yeah.
You taking the 500?
I'm taking the 5. I'm sure Jay would tell you to take the 500. I'm taking the 5.
It don't make no sense. I'm sure he would tell you to take the 500. But for me, it depends on what you're gonna present.
At the end of the day, it's nothing. At the end of the day, you
don't
still
get it.
whatever Jay gonna tell you, you still need the 500.
You don't need money to do it. But if you're
Exactly. You need the capital to do
presenting something,
anything.
you would get $1 million deal for
Different
it.
story. That's different. That's different.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
that's different.
But can you even, is this dinner even the place to do that at?
Yeah.
Is this that kind of
If I
dinner?
passed up 500K, hell yeah, nigga. We talking about.
It's like-
we talking about all the good ideas.
It's like what you said
Every
is.
business plan I got is on
It's like what you said is you're gonna take this deal for 500,
Right.
or you're gonna have that meeting with Jay about the same deal for maybe. It's
Right.
up in the air.
You okay? This sounds like
Man, I'm going with something guaranteed. I ain't even gonna lie.
You want to take the 500K?
I'm taking the 500. I know what I'm gonna do with the 500.
Right.
this question
That's
sounds
it.
like, are
Right.
you betting on yourself, and in what way, right?
Right.
Do I need Jay's knowledge to do this thing that's in my head to do? Very possible.
Don't catch a
You might.
Schroeder.
You might. Right. Right.
Catch a Schroeder.
Right.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, right. Right.
For real. Sometimes bet on yourself. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm taking Schroeder. And if I need Jay-Z knowledge, I'll listen to his albums. He's kicking some shit in there. Hey, man.
I'm gonna stop right there, and I want to ask the group, how many of you are familiar with Jay-Z and are actual fans of his music? Going to get a poll. One, if you are a fan of Jay-Z and are familiar with his music. Two, if you don't know who Jay-Z is, which is kind of hard because it's Beyonce's husband, but because that they're making a lot of sense. Like, and I'm not going to go too deep into it because it goes into the next segment. Is anybody looking at the chat?
So we're getting a lot of ones.
Okay.
Look, everybody say, yeah, I need that cash.
They still need that money, yeah.
I put in there, I need that shmoney. Give it to me. Look, this is a no for me. It was a no. It would be a no brainer for me. It would be a no brainer because what are you gonna? Here's my thing. Okay, say we go out to dinner. Say I take the dinner with Jay-Z, and I want to just go and pick his brain and get all the business acumen that he can give me and things of that nature. What's that do for me if I don't have any money to implement anything of what he said? When 9 times out of 10, with $500,000. I could actually go talk to somebody with business, business related to lead me anyways. It doesn't necessarily have to be Jay-Z. Jay-Z's not necessarily going to tell you something that someone else couldn't tell you. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. But what if you had this?
Hold on, let me add this one thing. And we're assuming that Jay-Z has all this knowledge on his own. He doesn't. He has people telling him. He has financial advisors telling him, oh, this is a good move. That's a good move. Well, with $500,000, I can pay someone to do the same thing for me too. The assumption is that he has all these answers just off the bat, knows what's going to work and what's not going to work. And he doesn't. I don't believe he does.
But what if you went to this dinner with a great business idea, and he decided that he wanted to invest in whatever this business was that you had?
Now, honestly,
or is that just not a chance that you would take?
No, because you know what? Because honestly, for a startup, for me personally, I'm thinking for the things that I have interest in and stuff like that. For a small startup, you know, $500,000, I got it. I can take care of that with $500,000.
Do we have any questions?
But if the main thing is to get him to invest in me, you know, hey, if it's that great of investment, you can do like everybody else, and hey, you just got to pitch your idea and go for it.
Got you. Any questions in the chat?
And you guys feel free to come up and join as well. We want to hear your input.
Is this StreamYard in the chat?
Yep, and I'll put it again.
Okay. Meanwhile,
pin it to the top. Let me pin it to the top.
We'll get back to the conversation.
But realistically, even Hov sat with fucking billionaire. Everybody saw pictures of it. Warren Buffett. And I'm sure he got some valuable information out of that. He wasn't a billionaire.
But he also got the values to whatever he's telling them to do. Like, for example, I be watching, y'all watch Billions?
No.
Yo, you gotta watch Billions, man. It's got enough seasons, sit in the house. You know, they kind of like, they run the world. They the reason for the politics go to them to, put money, invest in their campaigns. So this is why they so strong up there. They really the top elites, the billionaires. You feel me? And they know how to keep money. You know how you ain't catch when he dropping in this album. You ain't gonna catch when he talking about at that table.
And that's one thing I want to say about Jay-Z and his artistry is that he shares a lot of his a lot of financial tips and the measures that he took in business within his music. So there's a wealth of knowledge, financial knowledge right within his music.
Like that man said, I'll just go listen to the album. That man already said.
Let me tell you something, but the billionaire niggas know how to keep each other as billionaires.
Yes, right.
You know what I'm saying? They doing that all day.
The only threat to a billionaire is another billionaire.
Word up.
And at that level, they not.
Now imagine if they all looking out for one another. That shit ain't about nothing. Ain't no reason to battle.
After a certain level, the money becomes irrelevant. Like if you got this, if we all worth $1 billion, there's nothing you can buy that I can't own. There's nowhere he can go that you can't go. There's no experience he can have that he couldn't.
They spoke a lot of knowledge, and that's the truth. Like, once you're at that billionaire status, like, really, your only threat would be another billionaire. Like, I guess you striving to be more of a billionaire than the next billionaire.
Yeah.
So we're getting to the part of of my show where I'm actually going to share with you what Jay-Z had to say when he was interviewed by Gayle King.
Okay.
You had a choice between getting paid $500,000 in cash or lunch with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Which would you choose?
You gotta take the money. What I'm gonna say?
Yeah, I mean, everything that I'm gonna say.
No, only because people say, of course you take lunch with Jay-Z because the wisdom that you would get from him would be so beneficial to you. There would only be a matter. You would take the money.
Yeah, because you got all that in the music for $10.99. That's a bad deal. I wouldn't tell you to cut a bad deal. Like,
I don't
take
know.
the $500,000, go buy some albums and listen to the albums. It's all there. If you piece it together and really listen to the music for the words for what it is, it's all there. Everything that I said was gonna happen. Everything that I said I wanted to do, I've done. And there's the blueprint. The blueprint, literally, to me and my life and my journey is there already.
Okay, so there you have it. Jay-Z himself said, "Take the money and listen to my albums for $10.99," which I thought was very interesting. So, in the first part of this video, we had the perspectives of, I would say, our average Joes, our thousandaires, maybe. But I also want you to get some millionaire perspectives. We got Ray J, and then after him I have Rick Ross. So let's see what their perspective was about taking the money or getting the knowledge or having the meeting with Jay-Z.
Yeah, I'm sure this is different because they don't need no money.
I'm going to meet with Jay-Z. I'm going with the meeting with Jay-Z. Relationships are way more valuable than money. Now, if you need the bread, take the bread, like Jay said, listen to the raps. But if you need good partners and you need people that can advance you to the next level, then in my situation, I'm going with Jay-Z. With Jay-Z.
I feel that because when you ever heard that statement, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. Mm-hmm. And if you're actually rubbing elbows with the right people, they can get you into the rooms and teach you the things that you need to know to make that kind of bread.
This is true. That's very true. But just like, you said initially, it definitely depends on where you're at when you're presented with the opportunity. So when, if you're presented with the opportunity and you're like literally down on your last dollar, or you are $1,000 there, as you said, it's like, yeah, you're going to just give me that money. But when you're rich already, of course, you can afford to just have a conversation because you're not hungry. You don't need that. You don't have things, that 50 or that $500,000 can be life-changing for you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But yeah, it is just about the perspective of where you're at the time when you're presented with the opportunity. So, I mean, it must be nice to be like, I don't need that money. It's a very good position to be in, but for the average Joe, hey, it's a totally different thing when that opportunity presents itself.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see what Rick Ross had to say.
Rose, would you take the $500,000 or the dinner with Jay-Z? I'm going to take the dinner, and I'm going to tell you why. In 2008, before I turned in my second album, I had a meeting with Hov. We went to lunch. Philippe Chow, Manhattan. The orange chicken on the stick with the peanut sauce was the vibe at the time. Let me cut through all the conversation. He said, Rose, verses writing to every beat you like, write to every record you can make work. He told me a quick story about Big Pimpin'. I said, okay, bet. So I went from writing one record to every 80 beats I like to writing 40 records out of every 80 beats I could make work. It took me to another level as a writer, another level as an artist, the amount of work I was putting out was next level. So you got to ask yourself, are you ready to digest the knowledge, or you just want to look at this watch at the table? Rose, right? So I understand Hove reply. Asking Jay-Z, would you take the money up? I get it. Y'all know Hove humble. He an arrogant, humble. I get it. He thinking of a motherfucker who ain't got nothing and only gonna ask him about, yo, Hove, what it was like when Tupac did hit him up. Nobody don't want to hear that shit. So I would tell you get the money too. But if you ready to digest the knowledge that he gonna give you, I'm talking about from topic to topic, topic to topic. It's priceless.
All right. So,
and once again, that's coming from someone who already had just turned in his second album, already starting to make some money. So you're not as it's still not the same.
I agree. I'm taking the money.
Yeah.
I can buy the CD. I can go up online and look it up. I could do all that. Give me the money.
Chantel Love said, rich already, I'm taking the money.
Right.
Miss Chu says, I'll take the money. Hopefully I'll meet him along the way. That's a good perspective. I'm going to invest and hopefully become real wealthy. Gold Digger said, I would take the money, $500K, and ask Rihanna for a sit down. Just saying. I know that's right. Or Beyonce, hey. Melisha Camp said, I just think the dinner with Jay would get me into places. And also, I can market a video of our conversation. That's an interesting perspective as well. I happen to, just to give a little bit of my backstory, I happen to come from a little city in Maryland called Cambridge, Maryland. And that happened to be the city where Jay-Z used to be doing his little corner boy business before he actually became famous. And his best friend Emery was actually in my graduating class. I probably went to middle school and high school with Emery. And I think for me, I would want to have the sit down because I knew Jay-Z when he was just a corner boy. So to, actually be able to watch his journey and see him become a billionaire is like quite amazing. And just to be able to sit down and, talk to him about that journey, I think would be pretty awesome. And actually, like one of the ladies in the chat say, to be able to document that, and be able to share it with the world would be pretty amazing. Oh, let me invite Kamisha to the stage. Hi, Cornisha.
Hey, Cornisha.
Hi, ladies. Great show.
Thank you. Trying to get to some more of these chats. Cornisha, what would you do? You taking that money or you taking that sit down with Jay-Z?
I would. I think it's kind of like what Candy's saying. Like, it's really based on where you are. Of course, if I have it, I'm going to go take the sit down. Yeah, I would definitely prefer to take the sit down. But where I'm at today, I think I'm going to go get the album and go back and see as many videos as I can about Jay-Z and Beyonce at this point. Just try to, do my own homework. I feel like if you're really serious and you don't have the money, you're going to do your homework and you're going to hear the things that some of these like millionaire celebrities are saying. And you're going to be like, ooh, okay. And you're going to gain from that. Like I just learned a lot from the clips you just shown me with the last 2 millionaires. So I'm going to take that route only because I have no choice.
Yeah, And you know what? Let me ask you a question. Okay, say you're a struggling person, right? You're like literally you're a struggling person. You want more, but you're a struggling person. You take a sit down with Jay-Z, he imparts all these wonderful ideas. Oh, and you could do this and you could do that, and this is what you could do, and this and that. So when you have that knowledge and you have absolutely zero resources to implement anything, how would you feel? How does that make you feel?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
You to be sitting there with a brain full of new knowledge that's been imparted upon you, and you have no resources to do anything with the conversation that you just had. That's why I'm like, nah, give me my money, goddamn it. Give me my I need that money. I need that money.
Absolutely.
I need that money because, like I said, I'm gonna go get my what's that book? Look, give me my money. I'm gonna go buy that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Then I'm gonna go buy. Look, I might go to Tidal. I'll support your Tidal and go get the thing there. Get your CDs there, or look, I might just play them on YouTube for free. I don't know. It just depends.
I'm curious, Mercedes. Too. What are you gonna do, Mercedes? Because this is a bind. I mean,
I'm getting the money.
Getting the money.
But ladies, don't y'all think though that if we actually coughed up some little money and went over there with him and we like got this little money, don't you think he can meet us where we're at though? I think he could, especially like Coco saying, like she knows him from the hood, you know, like he can say, look, okay, this is where you're at. He can probably give us a pinpointed directive on where to go and what to do next.
Exactly. Meet you exactly where you're at and tell you what to do and how to get there.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Candy is not a believer.
I'm gonna need that money. I'm gonna need that money, and then I'm gonna go to one. Look, then I'm gonna meet you at. I'm gonna bump into you at one of these fancy. Look, I'll meet you at Nobu. Ain't that where everybody's always eating over at Nobu? I'll meet you over there, bump into you. We'll holler. We'll have a little conversation somehow.
I want some of the people in the chat to tell me what they would do with that $500K. I'll start with Candy since nobody is hitting up the chat right now. What would you do with $500K right now? With that being your choice.
I would have to think about what business direction I really, really wanted. I haven't really thought about this because I don't have any prospects of $500K coming my way tomorrow. But off the top of my head, I'll just say it would be a business. I probably would buy a property to house my business. If I could find someone that could house several, to where it could be like some sort of co-op of sorts, several businesses. That's a lot of money. I could see myself in a nice strip mall somewhere with a couple side by sides.
Nice. I think I would do some investing in properties and a business. Melisha, if I'm saying your name right, said that she would start selling videos and work her way up to guest appearances. She says she knows people are going to want to know what he said to her.
Crazy story, right?
So, Melisha, that means that you would have actually chose to sit down and would have documented it started selling videos. Okay. I like the way you're thinking about that. Gold digger. What would you do with 500K? And while I'm waiting for Gold Digger to respond, Mercedes, what you gonna do with that money?
Honestly, I will buy new stuff for my clinic. I would like buy new inventory for my cosmetic line. And I'll just basically invest the money, like invest probably like
Okay, expand your existing business.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. And Cornisha, how about you? What would you do with the 500K?
I would make sure that I bought my home and turn my home into a business, or make this the official business home. And I would hire people to get all my documents, because I have like drawers full of documents and things that I need organized. I would hire clerks and assistants to get it scanned into the computers and to build a business plan, because a multifaceted business. And then I would use the rest of the money. I would set it aside for the implementation of the business and to execute the operations as far as marketing and helping to kind of get products off the ground. I would use that other money to get other money. So whatever I can do to buy a product or to buy something to get more money coming in, that other money would be used for that.
And guess what, Miss Cornisha, I'm a project manager, so I can help you with all that.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. We're gonna talk for sure.
Absolutely. Mercedes, Miss True said, can you drop the link to your cosmetic line in the
Hi,
chat?
Shanti.
Who said that? Wait, how do you do that?
Yeah, you got to put your YouTube on there, Miss Coco, because I can't get to the YouTube channel.
You can't get to my YouTube channel?
No, I don't know how.
Hold on one second. I can help with that.
Because I can't like anything if I don't have the YouTube.
I got you.
Come on. When I get up, I'm about to go to sleep.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay. How old's the baby, Mercedes?
She's 7. I didn't even know that I was even unmuted. She's 7.
Oh, okay. Because little kids are so cute. So they're speaking a whole nother language. Mommy. Don't know what they
I
saying.
put it in the regular chat and the private chat, Cornisha.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go click that.
Okay, so Miss Gold Digger says she's paying off her home and purchase more real estate to house abused women and children, not just in the United States, but in Africa and Mexico. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing, Miss Gold Digger.
Oh, you guys know what I would have in my little strip mall? I'm going to have a Black-owned coffee shop, a Black bookstore, and it'll probably be something beauty related. Yeah.
Shanti Love, 500K bills, business, house trips, property. I heard that. Bills, business, house, trips, and property. I love it.
Especially the trips part.
Especially the trips part. Mercedes, if you put your link to your cosmetic line in the private chat, I can share it to the regular chat.
Okay, how you do that? Wait, hold on. Let me see. Okay.
What, do you have a website?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, the website we was still working on it. Cause it was like wasn't looking professional at first, but now that I go to school for the stuff, I'm doing it professionally now.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
it
definitely let
looked
us know when
professional
it's
at
ready.
first. Yeah, now that I'm getting the knowledge of how to do it, I'm working back on it now. That's what I was actually doing right now. Hold on, but I'm about to mute it and drop the link.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. That's pretty much all I have for tonight, guys. I just wanted to do the great debate, and it was a great debate.
Yeah, but yeah, I wish I
Even
could
though
have my 500.
I like you guys. You guys seen Shanti's comment? It's hilarious. She has like a ninja. She's like, these ninjas are rich already. I'm taking the money.
Right.
Yeah.
So funny.
Exactly.
So funny. Yeah, I think this is really a great like platform. This is really good because I honestly haven't even thought about any of this stuff that you brought. You know, it was like, and it really kind of helped me to really open up and say, gosh, 500K, that's a lot of money. Now,
It is.
A lot of money.
Yeah, what can I do for my business? I love the fact that you brought it to our business because, like, of course, anyone who's going to go meet with Jay-Z obviously should be business minded, right? So to make his turn and think about, oh, well, how can you apply this money towards your business? It was like, I can probably go attain that 500K and really do something with that and actually just go pick up his album and really learn that way. But this was like very like inspiring. So I'm really happy that you did this. And I hope you continue getting us thinking like this because we need it. And I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Yeah. Gold Digger asked me what I would do with 500K. I would buy some properties, and I would also invest in a few cars because I have a business idea with cars that I want to do. And I would continue to pour into ways that would lead me to more residual income. Because I work for somebody right now, but that I don't want to work for somebody for the rest of my life. So my money would be going towards, becoming more financially dependent.
More passive, huh? Just something you don't really have to touch.
Absolutely. I want that. I want more streams of income that are coming in while I'm sleeping. I want that kind of money.
To get our 5 streams
Mercedes,
ready.
what are you studying and what are you?
Nope, I was saying that they say you're supposed to have 5 streams of incomes. We all have to think of our 5 streams. Everybody, chat included.
Absolutely. That's how you build.
I have a lot on that, you guys. There's some things I can actually send over to you guys. You probably already know because y'all some very intelligent women. But I have a lot of clips about how to get passive income. You guys probably looked them up already too, but I'm gonna try them. I know you guys are already in business and stuff, but you might have the flexibility to do it,
Absolutely. Yes. Gold digger, but that's the goal. Be your own boss.
Yeah.
And I would pour some of that money into my firm because I take a lot of contractual work myself, but I would like to be the one that's giving out the contracts. I want my own firm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you guys see yourself being billionaires in this lifetime? And if so, how is the plan that you set forth the way to get there? Or do you feel like there's some adjustments you would need to make to the plan? I'm just curious.
I need to start playing the lottery more.
Yeah, that's gonna be my way at this point. Faith in God to let me hit those lucky numbers.
more manifesting.
Well, I mean, I'm curious to know, like with Jay-Z, how he where was he at our age? Where was he financially at our age? And then what did he do to get to that $1 billion? Like, what was the flip? What made him
I think that he was doing a bunch of things. He was running record labels. He was he had a clothing line. And then I think he was just, overall making smart investments, clearly.
Mm-hmm. Investments, you think a lot of it was? Investments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Melisha says you're welcome, sweetie. She said that she's currently starting a non-emergency trans business. That's awesome. That sounds great.
A non-emergency transportation business? Is that it?
Yeah, that's what the comment says.
Put it in
non-emergency. That's very original. I love it.
An excellent idea. There's so many elderly people that don't drive anymore, need help getting to appointments and things like that. That's an actually really, really good idea. And there's so many places that you can just leave your cards and advertise with and get easy business.
Miss True says she would invest in buying some art. Any asset that appreciates and not depreciates is a good investment. Those are things that we can pass down to our children. It could be part of your legacy.
Wow.
And those are the types of things that Jay-Z raps about in his music.
So do you think that's why people say that he is the greatest rapper of all time? I don't agree with that, by the way. But do you think that's why people say he's the greatest? Because he has a plan for how to become a billionaire, and because he became a billionaire, that makes him the GOAT?
No, he's a talented rapper. That's number one. And then people have talked about his creative. Wow, how do I say this? They say it's pretty amazing to see him, go in and actually create music. Like when he goes into rap, he's not a rapper that has to write his raps down or just give him the beat, and he can go to the mic and just lay the flow. Basically, he's just he got bars.
Let me ask y'all a question. Who had the best verse on DJ Khaled's God Did? Honestly, I thought Wayne did. I just think that Jay-Z gave him longer time just because, don't know why that decision was made, because Wayne is just as good as him. I preferred Wayne's verse over Jay-Z's. Jay-Z just had more time. What are y'all thoughts?
I prefer Jay-Z's voice verse, but I'm a little partial. However, when Nas and Jay-Z were having their little battle back in the day. I felt like Nas killed Jay-Z on Ether.
Yes.
Like he killed him. Like
She said
Nas
killed him.
is, ooh. He gave him the ether. For sure. For sure.
Yeah, I don't know much. I didn't hear the song, so I wouldn't know. But my husband, for the music that I do know, my husband, he argues with me. I think people like Eminem are great, and like Tupac,
Eminem
and like
is
Biggie.
great.
I put them before him, and my husband agrees, but I don't know. I would have to. I'm not into just one. I don't listen enough to y'all. I might listen to more gospel than anything else. So I don't feel like I'm qualified to really like speak on it, honestly.
Gold Digger said 5. Oh, that's awesome.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm a lover of hip hop too. Gold Digger said 5 streams of income, 401k, real estate, investments, pension, early and disabled transport. She said, my mom is a senior, so it's always a need. Absolutely. Hi, Miss Hudson. Thanks for joining us. Even though we're about to wrap up.
Where's Banger? Is Banger here? Because we didn't. Oh, he said he would take the money, right? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he said he would take the money before he got out of here. He was here for a minute, but I don't see him in the comments. And he's not backstage with us. No, he's not back here with us. Absolutely, Shanti, you will definitely get there. I believe in you, boo. Well, anyway, I just want to thank you guys for coming and sharing in this segment with us tonight. We got through another show, and it was wonderful. I appreciate everybody coming by.
Y'all get the likes up. Get the likes up, please.
Yep, get a like before you leave.
Thanks for participating in the great debate. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
That was great. Congratulations, sis.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, night.
Good night.